The United Way Central Alberta has been changing lives since 1965. The Red Deer Chamber of Commerce actually launched the idea of Red Deer's first United Fund Appeal campaign a couple of years before that at an Executive Council meeting at the Buffalo Hotel. Their idea was to help facilitate a United Fund Appeal with the help of other Red Deer organizations, and over the next couple of weeks, about 20 Red Deer businesses got together to create a plan. In 1965, Red Deer had a population of 25,195. The goal set for the 1965 campaign was $53,000, and volunteer canvassers went door to door, amassing an astounding total of $64,005. 10 different organizations shared the benefits. Donations to the United Fund increased steadily through the late 60s and into the 70s, and by 1972, we hit our first $100,000 campaign. Another major achievement of the 70s came with the hiring of Delta Rempel. Delta began her career with the United Way in 1976. In 78, she was offered the position of Executive Director, the first female to hold the job. Delta retired in 97, but came back in 2001 as vital backup during a gap between two executive directors, and she remains a supporter of United Way to this day. The 1980s were marked by big hair, bed races, pumpkin sales, and loonie collections for United Way. In 1980, the decision was made to move to canvassing rural areas by mail, in addition to a door-to-door campaign. Envelopes were sent to homes outside the city, expanding the campaign border. The idea worked well, and mail-out campaigns have been a part of United Way ever since. Local business literally got in bed with United Way during the 1980s, with bed races held on 48th Street in the downtown. For a $25 registration fee, businesses could roll, carry, or push their beds through a 2-block course with up to 5 riders, wearing helmets of course. To win, at least 4 of the bed's 5 riders had to still be in contact with the bed when it crossed the finish line. One of the early United Fund pioneers was Dalton Skinner. In 1987, after helping with most of the previous 20 United Way campaigns, Dalton said, "It's a responsibility of being a citizen of Red Deer to put something back into the community." After Dalton passed away, the United Way created the annual Dalton Skinner Award for Distinguished Service to the United Way of Central Alberta. Enter the 90s, and United Way invited donors to paint the town red with generosity. The United Way logo appeared in bright red paint in many business parking lots. Painted by volunteers, they help spread awareness of the United Way campaign and its key supporters. The United Way of Red Deer turned 30 in 1995, and the kickoff luncheon was a good example of the changing times. The guest speaker was Sue Johansson, host of the Sex with Sue radio talk show. One of the silent auction items was a jacket that had been worn by Geraldo Rivera. In the United Way's 35th year, the campaign goal was set at $1 million, and a few days before Christmas, it was delivered in true style. Santa Claus himself came down from the roof of the Millennium Center to hand over a $1 million bag of loot, which was whisked away in a Brinks truck. Paul Miette was campaign chair that year, and he said the tragic events of 9/11 slowed the campaign, but the generosity of Central Albertans shone through. Although it took 35 years to reach the $1 million mark, the $2 million ceiling was shattered only 7 years after that. And the generosity to United Way continues, to a total of over $35 million raised over the past 50 years. All of these achievements are thanks to thousands of volunteers. United Way is a volunteer-driven community impact organization. We create opportunities for a better life for everyone when we share the issues affecting our community with those who can help and can engage and mobilize resources to make a difference. In 2015, United Way Central Alberta supports 45 programs and over 30 agencies. We help to strengthen the sector with several grant opportunities, and through our Day of Caring program, we've brought 211 to this region so everyone can find the services they need. We're a partner in many initiatives, including poverty reduction, early childhood, the Volunteer Managers Network, and more. From donations to service providers, we are making communities measurably better. Over the past 50 years, United Way Central Alberta has proven change is possible.